and welcome to another GTK stack tutorial, or better said GTK StackSwithcer tutorial, because it is about a stack switcher, even if we need a stack as well. Until now we did learn how to create a stack and a stack switcher, and we did connect them together so that they are working fine, and as you can see works like a charm. Now let us move on and apply some new things. I'm going to make some changes. For example, I'm going to set the transition type to something new, because just to give more meaning, if I'm allowed to say like this, to this stack switcher stack. So we need a stack, first one, and of course once that we do that, we need a GTK stack transition type. So GTK stack transition type, and of course I'm going to choose for this let's say slide down, whatever, slide down. Okay, now of course together with the transition type we can also call the GTK transition duration, which takes two arguments. The first one is stack and the second one is the duration in milliseconds. GTK stack, and of course the duration 1000 milliseconds, which means 1 second. So now let me compile it and run it just to see that it's working. And of course it works fine, you see, because we can call our GTK stack functions to work with our GTK stack widget. Okay, now let us give more meaning to our application, and for this we are going to make a connection between button 1 and button 5, which will be very interesting. G signal connect button 1, the clicker signal, G callback macro, where we are going to say clicked callback, and now the last one will be the stack. And of course, like I said, button 5, because we need to make a connection between button 1 and button 5. What we are going to do we will see in a second. Let me declare and then define it, void, and of course we need a GTK button and a GTK stack. Now that we are done with its declaration, let us define it, and of course to define it we first need to check against those two parameters to be sure that they are there. G return if fails, so GTK is button is the first one, which is definitely not going to work if we pass something wrong, and of course GTK is stack, which of course as well doesn't work. Now because we took care about this problem, and because we know for sure that we cannot work with a callback function which provides wrong arguments or parameters, we can now just use it. And for this, of course, I'm going back to GTK stack, and on GTK stack we need the function GTK get visible child name, which returns constant char. Why do we need this? Cow. I'm going to show you in a second. Gchar. I'm going to call it right here. So const gchar const, and then I'm going to say get name, and I'm going to point it right here, and of course we need to pass the stack as its argument. And now because we have it, I'm going to use an if statement. Inside the if statement I'm going to use a function which is used, I'm going to use it from the string utility function, and this function name, it is called GTK where is it? GTK string compare 0, right here. It is the same like the standard string compare function, nothing special. Okay, so it returns an integer less or equal to or greater than 0, nothing special. So you should already know how this one works. I'm going to pass here inside, of course, the get name, and the second one will be what I'm going to check. It will be the phone. Why I'm choosing the phone? Well, because the phone, it is the button 1 which we were creating right here. You see the button 1, it is the phone. That's the reason why I need to check against the phone. Now because we have it, the second function which we are going to use, it will be the get visible child full, not set, get visible child. No, it is somewhere messed up. Set visible child full. Yes, not get, sorry, my bad. We need to set it. And for this we are going to pass, of course, the first one will be the stack. The second one is the name which we needed. In this case is the button number 5, which is the computer, and of course the GTK stack transition type. And here we can choose now slide right. And of course we can do some console information, switching to computer, and of course we can do the same thing in an else statement. I'm going to copy else. I'm going to say now phone right here and switch into phone. Now what does this click back call click and callback function? Well, it is straight clear. We call in the gsignal connect to catch the click and signal on the button 1, and by doing this we are basically connecting to this callback function where we pass the stack as well. The settings happens with button 5, so both objects use the same callback function. We need them so that we know which one it is. Now because we passed both of them, we need somehow to find out which one it was clicked, and for this we are calling the GTK stack get visible child name, which is the child which is visible at that point when you hit the tab. And because we have it, let's say if you are going to click the phone, it will be detected, and because you click the phone, once that you click the button, it will switch to the computer. If it's not a phone, it should be the computer one, and if it is the computer one, then once that you click on it, it will reveal the phone. So it should work fine. Let's see. Now we have all those buttons which we created, which works fine. Now when I'm going to click the phone, it should switch with the PC one and say switch into phone. And now when I click the PC, it says switch into computer, but it takes no changes. Why is that? Yes, because I forgot. We need to, my bad guys, we need to check against 0 the string compare function right here. You need to check against 0. If not, it will not work because it gives you always the same different. So now they are working fine, and now when we are here on the phone, when I click on the phone, it's going to switch to PC. Yes, and now we are on the PC, switching to computer. When I click now, it should go back to the phone and say switch into phone. We are right here and say switch into phone. Okay, now works fine. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.